Hi. This is gonna be, I guess, kind of a random video, but, I just wanted to talk because I really haven't been feeling myself lately. Um, yeah, I just really haven't been feeling myself, and I want to get, a few things out, you know. I want people to really know who I am, like who I really am, not about what other people hear about me or whatever. Like, this is just me in my prime. This is just me, speaking about, you know, whoever's talking shit about you, you know, you're not the one who looks like the idiot. They do. They're the one talking shit, not you. So really, who looks like the idiot? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, what I'm trying to say is just be yourself. And whoever talks shit is obviously in a place of their own and is not confident with who they are. Whoever has something negative to say about anyone or anything is negative about themselves. And speaking negatively about other things makes them feel good. So you being positive and being yourself is really all that matters. That's all I'm trying to say. Anyway, as I was saying, I really haven't been feeling myself lately, and I really wanted to talk about who I really am, because I really don't think I've been acting like my true self. As you may know, you guys probably know that I like to write a lot, and everything that I write is something that I've really been feeling in a strong way, and I would say I'm kind of an emotional person, not meaning that, like, I'm emotional in stupid situations. I mean that, like, I feel very deeply about things. I'm very passionate about things, and, sometimes I get ashamed of that, and I'm scared to show passion towards something because I'm scared of being judged. And, especially lately, I've been feeling that way. I've been feeling very ashamed of who I am just because I'm scared of what other people may think of me. And, I'm kind of tired of feeling that way, and I'm just ready to show people that, like, this is me, and you're only going to get one me, and I'm right here. And, I am really passionate about a lot of things, and I like speaking up about it because it's obviously something, like I said, that I'm passionate about, and, means a lot to me. I've been through some rocky places in my life that I like to help others who are struggling with, and I like to speak out against stuff like that, and I'm really passionate about helping others in difficult situations, and, I always like to be the shoulder to cry on for other people because I know, shit gets rough and you just need someone there. Other things that I like to clear up is, when it comes to relationships, I'm a person who not only wants to feel it physically, because, to be quite honest, the physical part of a relationship is not the most important part to me at all, in any means. It's probably the last on my list when it comes to relationship. I really am, I, I don't know how to put this into words. I am really, how do I say this? I'm very, I don't know how to say this. In a relationship, I really look forward to the emotional connection with someone because, to be honest, I've never actually had that romantic, emotional connection with someone where the feeling was mutual. And, for me, I just feel like, it could be, you know, I really don't care what you look like, who you are, like, if we have that emotional connection, I have your back, you have mine, you feel the same way towards me as I feel towards you, you know, that's so special to me, and I will treasure that. You have no idea how much I treasure that in people. When I have that emotional connection with someone, it is the best feeling in the whole entire world. And I get, emotional about it. Like, I get very teary-eyed about it because, love should be beautiful. And people describe it so beautifully, especially in poetry. And it makes you just want it, and they portray it so amazing in movies, but in reality it's just not like that. There's obviously going to be the rocky moments, we all know that, but love is something that I look forward to, but I'm also very afraid of, because it could be the most beautiful thing, but it could also be the most dangerous. And I'm so scared for that moment where I fall so deep, and I'm trying to avoid that right now, actually. Like, I'm trying to avoid feeling that way because I don't want to get hurt. And that's what I'm worried about. Yeah, people are like, oh, don't feel bad over a guy, you'll find another one. But people also have to understand that when people fall for someone, it's not easy to fall out. It's easy to fall in, but not out. And it's tough, especially when you see them with someone else and you had that strong connection with them and then it just disappears. And you just wonder to yourself, what happened? Like, what went wrong? Was it my fault? Or whatever? And we tend to, blame ourselves a lot. And I'm telling you, do not do that. Do not blame yourself, because you are your own worst enemy. And if you continue to bring yourself down, it will destroy your confidence. It will destroy a whole lot of stuff in your life, and you don't want that. And sure, you make mistakes. We all do. But life goes on, and you make up for those mistakes. Your achievements are so much bigger than your mistakes. No one's gonna remember the mistake. They're gonna remember your achievements. So, what I'm saying is, don't be so tough on yourself, because your achievements are going to be so much bigger and you don't know what's in store for you. So why bring yourself down when you could only go up? And a lot of people tend to tend to do that to themselves, and I used to do the same exact thing, and it destroyed me, ripped me to pieces. But now I've never felt so confident in my life. I've learned lessons. I've and learned not to take shit from anyone. That is the most important, let me tell you. What you need to be your own best friend. You need to know what you deserve, and and this applies to any relationship you're in, whether it be romantic, friend, even family. You need to know what you deserve and speak up if you're not getting what you deserve. And if they don't agree with what you deserve and they're gonna treat you horribly because of whatever they're doing or whatever they believe in, you need to set yourself apart from that, because you deserve so much better, because there's one you in this whole entire world. And why would you let someone destroy that one person that's you? Why would you let someone or anything destroy one of the most unique things in the world? Life is precious, and you don't want to destroy any life, especially yours. Let me say that. That is one thing I'm passionate about, as you can tell. Okay, sorry. Okay, wait. I went on a completely different. Okay, I was talking about romantic relationships. Okay, I also, like I was saying before, like, you know, I really think that movies really portray love as being very physical instead of emotional. And I am very old-fashioned when it comes to relationships, and I don't just throw I love you out there, because I find that to be one of the strongest words you could ever say to a person. And I think you should, like, I think people should say it if they really mean it. And I'm not gonna say I love you if it's something that I'm debating. I'm not gonna say I love you if it's something I'm not sure of. Doesn't mean I don't love you, but it means that I want to be sure of it before I say it. And I think that word is so powerful. And I don't just want to throw it out there. I of course say it to my friends, but when it comes to that romantic connection and on that level, I'm very, very, how do I say it? I'm not very loose with it at all. I make sure I'm sure of what I say. And, you know, I just don't think it's something that people should use so loosely. But that's obviously my own opinion. You can interpret it however you want. But yeah, that's one thing that I feel very strongly about. And another thing that I really want people to know about me is, you know, as I said in the beginning of the video, I really want to be that shoulder for people to cry on. And it's important to know that sympathy is different from empathy. Sympathy is when you feel bad for someone, but you let yourself feel bad for that person. Empathy is when you put yourself in their shoes and you understand what they're saying, and how they're feeling, but you're not making yourself feel bad for them. And that's really important in helping someone and trying to make them feel better. You know, I'm always there to put myself in someone else's shoes, and always trying to put myself in someone's shoes, even if I haven't experienced whatever they're experiencing at the moment. You know, I'm going to try and be there as best as I can, and it's something I always want to do. You know, I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna be a nurse. I'm gonna have to do that every day of my life, but it's not just a job to me. It's something that I love to do. I love to help other people. I love to be there for them. I love to show them that I care. Someone cares. Someone cares, okay? And someone is there willing to listen and help. You know, it's not gonna be the end of the world, I promise you. Sure, it's rough right now, but it's gonna get better. I'm living proof that it gets better. So, I'm not saying there's never gonna be another time where you're not gonna be upset again, but it's just gonna get easier to get through. It's gonna be easier to move on from the sadness and get back on track. You know, it's gonna be easier to feeling upset and wanting to crawl in bed and break down, but then going off to work feeling better because, you know, sometimes you just gotta let it out and then move on. And that's okay. So, yeah. Another thing, I'm so sorry that this video feels kind of long, but another thing that I also really wanted to share with others is that, you know, I really, like to experience things on a different level, not on my phone all the time, not taking pictures or videos 24/7. I really enjoy experience things to the fullest, especially when hanging out with other people, because I want to enjoy their presence. I don't want, like, if I'm in a relationship with someone, or I'm out somewhere with someone, I want it to be me and that other person, not me, that other person, and the rest of the world. You know, like, I want it to be intimate, I guess. Especially, like, even when I'm outside by myself, you know, put the phone down, and I feel so much energy coming just from the earth, and it's beautiful. Beautiful. And it sounds weird. It sounds supernatural and shit, but, like, it is something that feels like nothing else in the world. Like, you don't realize how much we're missing out on, how beautiful life can be. You know, we're always comparing ourselves on the cell phones. We're always thinking, you know, oh, this place looks better than my house, or they look better than me, their outfit looks better than my outfit, blah blah blah. And it destroys ourselves. But if you just experience life now, in the moment, you will be surprised on how good you will actually feel. And, you know, I kind of feel that energy from a lot of people and a lot of, you know, even like my surroundings or whatever. And it's kind of hard to explain, and I can't really place it into words, but it's something that is an amazing feeling, you know, it's euphoria sometimes, especially when you're having a good time and you're with people. Like, sometimes I just stop when I'm with a group of friends in the middle of the woods or something, and I'm like, wow, you know, this is life. Like, this is what being a teenager should be like, you know, having fun with a group of friends, feeling good, feeling happy, you know, like, this is what it's all about. And I don't necessarily enjoy the cell phones. I mean, I'm on it all the time, so I'm kind of being hypocritical right now. But when I'm, like, you know, outside or something, I put it down, because it's like in the moment and it feels good, and I want to experience that moment. So yeah, that is pretty much what I wanted to tell you guys. You know, like, this is who I am, and, you know, it's not just the simple, I like going outside, I like reading, I like writing poetry, all that jazz. It's really something, I kind of included all those things, but I explained them in a way where it, like, shows that this is who I am. And I shouldn't be ashamed of that, because there's no one like me, and if someone doesn't like you for you, or their opinion changes based on your true self or whatever, then they weren't worth it in the first place. And that's their loss. They're not gonna get to experience the fun times with you or whatever, So, in the end, they look like the idiots.